Hello and welcome back to Mushroom Steel Titans 2. Last time we were in Indianapolis, had a bunch of great trucks, and we are in Toronto this time, and we have two trucks returning from Indianapolis, Indiana. That is Gravedigger Legend, as you can see here, and next behind him will be Monster Mutt. The reasoning for these two returning and no one else is because they tied in fan voting. If you would like to see the truck that you thought did best in this run, then please vote in the comments below, and whoever gets the most votes to come back will be in the next one. Will be in the next freestyle. But already, Gravedigger Legend has given us so far a pretty good run with a bunch of big air, an amazing sky wheelie right there into a stoppie. That is just beautiful. Is he gonna moonwalk it? I think he is. It looks like exactly what he's doing. He is moonwalking that to the moon. Let's see, what else is he gonna do for us today? Good. This is the longest moonwalk ever into a nose sky wheelie. I don't know what to call that. Tries to get a bicycle but lands on the side, pops up into a wheelie and back on his side, and he goes, saves on to all fours. It's just beautiful so far. That truck looks beautiful with the body panels coming off it. Let's see the chassis. Alright, it's whipping into a donut now. Going to get the cyclone. It's beautiful. Alright. Now going back across the track, going for the car stack, clean over it with some huge air into a bicycle. Getting close to the wall, but never touches it. Looks like he's going for the backflip now. What a clean, perfect backflip. Almost gets to stop it, moonwalk out of it. Tries to get a bicycle there, but doesn't seem to work out. Cyclone, or not cyclone, but keep forgetting what that move is called. I don't know, it was incredible. And an amazing landing across the pod. So he's gonna whip it around, go for the 8-pack, and get an 8-pack backflip. I don't know if it's gonna count for a score or not, but that was just an incredible, incredible run by Gravedigger Legend. Next up is Monster Mutt. He had a pretty crazy run in Indianapolis, and today he is back and more aggressive and better. Let's see what he's going to start. Going slow up over this first obstacle, going to a stoppie. Okay, not bad. Moonwalking. It's a reverse backflip. It perfectly lands it. That is beautiful. Gets a bicycle off of it too. I've never seen that before. And huge air running perfectly across the pod. Now going back across the track. It's a nice big air and sky, really instantly stopping it. It's like a momentum moonwalk to me. And that is incredible. Running it back up onto the pod, keeps it the nose straight down and lands right on it. Now going for the car stack, crushing those cars, such a beautiful sight to see. Alright, now he's back, whipping it around, getting some donuts, chasing his tail into a cyclone. Oh, it's beautiful. Alright, not going for backflip yet, he's going for that cross-threading, lands it hard all the way over on the other side of the track, whips it around. Now it looks like he's now going for the backflip. And he does succeed and gets into the moonwalk. That is unbelievably incredible. And back across some huge air on the other side of the track now. Going back around on the pod, some huge sky wheelie into a bad balance, trying to get safe. He does it into a slap wheelie, cross threads it, tries to cross thread it across the pod, can't save it. Looks like he can. There's 7 seconds left to spare. Getting the power out. And Skywing back across the pod again. Now he has some bonus time to burn. Goes across the apex into a fantastic wheelie. Lands perfectly on all fours. And that's going to be the end of his run today. That was incredible by Monster Mutt. That was definitely better than his run in Indianapolis. Alright, next up here in Toronto. Let's see if anyone can top Monster Mutt. Over a big legend, we have Pirate's Curse. This is a good truck. I've always liked the design of it. Let's see what he will be doing for us today. Alright, getting across that, some air, going across the car stack. That's nice, going across the log stack, and some huge sky wheelie. Saves it into a stoppie. Now it's like trying to get a moonwalk. I don't know what he's doing. He's just kind of walking the truck back and forth now. Yeah, he gets a moonwalk and lands partly on all fours. Tries to get a wheelie out of it. Gets back up on the pod, going across. Going for the huge ramp. A nice sky wheelie lands perfectly on that wheelie bar. Picking it back around, goes right in between, tries to get a bicycle, and instead flips and rolls the truck and lands it back in a stoppie into a moonwalk, into a reverse backward across the car stack into a slap wheelie, and now it's walking across the truck. This is an incredible run. So far, all three of these runs have been great. Going across the 8-pack, back to the 8-pack, gets a sky wheelie onto the pod, and let's see what he can do now. It's going for a donut into a cyclone. This is just... I'm shocked. I haven't seen a run this good since 2003. Tries to get a bicycle, but flips and saves the truck again. Getting up onto the ramp into stoppie. Looks like he's going to try to repeat what Monster Mutt did, but cannot. And can he save it though? He can. And back up on the pod. Looks like trying to get a stoppie, but did not work out. Looking around, going across the track, trying to get a bicycle, and he gets a small one, not a big one, going across the big air jump. And it's perfect on all fours. And going for the backflip, and gets an amazing backflip, tries to get the moonwalk, but cannot, and that will be the end of his run today. Another fantastic run today by Pirate's Curse. I don't know whose was better, Pirate's Curse, Monster Mutt, Grip to the Legend. I guess we'll find out from the fans. This is fan voting. I cannot choose who I think won. Next up here is Alien Invasion. I haven't seen this truck in a while. It still looks amazing. I love the green LEDs. Let's see what they can do for us today. Going across the first obstacle on all fours. And all 4 BKTs going across the pod, lands kind of sideways. It's all good. Gets into a stoppie, moonwalks it back, lands on all 4 BKTs again. Right, looking around, going back across the track. Slows up. Sort of slightly glides a sky wheelie across the pod. That was actually kind of cool. Never seen anything like this before, but it was weird. Going back across the same pod with some huge air and lands perfectly. Let's see. Going around onto the triple log stack into a sky wheelie. Now going across the pod into a stoppie, moonwalks it back up onto the pod. And gets a popper into a stoppie wheelie, runs across the track, tries to go across the big air jump, doesn't work, still just drives across the big air jump and all 4 BBTs, does a reverse backward off of it almost instantly. And this field's just filled with a bunch of heavy hitters, going for the The bicycle, not the bicycle, the backflip lands perfect backflip into it, really. Gets a small bicycle going across the car stack, gets some big air across the car stack. And covering it all for BKTs again, whipping around, going back across the track again. Back across that pod, slows up again, and hits his rear tires on the pod, but doesn't seem to phase him. Going back across, go around, going for the race lane, doing some nice air with this, with a bad bounce. He saves it. And that will be the end of their run tonight. Again, was an incredible run. So far, all these runs have just been incredible by all these drivers. I honestly don't know how they're doing it, but I'm shocked. Next up is Kayla Blood in Soldier Fortune. She has always been a fan favorite. She's always been a good driver. Let's see what she can pull off here today. Going first obstacle, big air slide really. I don't even know what the call path is. Gets across the big air stack and saves it. Try to get a stop here on the pod. Does get a bicycle, does get a bit of a bicycle, hoops it around. Going back across the pod again. This huge sky wheelie. Bounce it perfectly on the wheelie bar. Going across the big air jump. Lands perfectly on all four BKTs, whips it around. Kind of slows up, so there might be some technical difficulties going on in the truck there, but it gets it across. Then quickly off the BKTs, whips it around into a door, getting a cyclone. And the truck kind of hikes up a bit, going across 30 in the pod. Oh, with a really bad balance, rolls the truck. She saves it though. And it's whipping it back around. Going for a lot of momentum, high speed backup, lands it perfect, gets a moonwalk out of it as well. That was just incredible. Going across the pod with a huge sky wheelie, lands perfectly on all four BKTs back on the inside of the truck. Tries to go up on the pod, but clips one of the ramps and rolls in a bunch. Saves it with a stoppie. Going back to the big air jump. Slightly goes over it, gets a stoppie, and another reverse backflip, this time by Kayla Blood, catches the top of the ramp and flips it on her hood. Can she save it? I think she can, and she does. Alright, gets a bicycle, going back across the track on the race lane, gets a huge sky wheelie, and gets on off of BKTs, tries to get a stoppie moonwalk. And that will be the end of her run as she tries to go over the triple log stack. A great run by Kayla Blood. Not sure if the fans are going to like that more than the other runs today, but a still pretty good run. Remember, this is fan voting, so comment below who you think had the best run. And next up is Mohawk Warrior. Another fan favorite. Everyone seems to love him. Slowly going across the first obstacle, lands put down after BKTs. Going across triple log stack, the huge sky wheelie, lands perfectly on all four tires. Going across looking around, going back into the pod. It's another huge sky wheelie. Going around the big air jump, going around the other big air jump, gets onto the pod slowly, the stopping, kind of crooked, and whips it back and bounces off the car stack and manages to save it, gets a bicycle off the pod, gets another bicycle just by whipping the truck around. Now just kind of doesn't seem to know where he wants to go, so he's going back to the pod again, going right across it, lands an all four BKTs, It's another bicycle. That's a sidewalls bicycle. Ooh, has to go in reverse. Never like to see that. It's gonna slow him down. Going for the backflip. A huge backflip. Lands perfectly, it seems. So far, nothing wrong with the truck. Going across the pod again, which I'm not really sure. I'm just going for the pod. If you know what it is, please feel free. It's a stopping to a moonwalk. Walks it back up to the wall, stops just before he hits it. Going across the entire pod, almost clears it. It's a stop wheelie just before one of the containers, and moonwalks it back a bit, going across the pod again on the outer part, looking it around, getting a donut into a cyclone. Another cyclone, he just whipping the truck around. Let's see, he still has a bit of time left. Let's see what he can do. Oh, truck hikes up, gets bicycle. Some more huge area, barely gets a sky wheel, bounces it into a stoppie, trying to moonwalk it back, just does not have enough momentum to do it. And that will be the end of his run today. A fantastic run by Great Clips Mohawk Warrior. But the other runs so far I personally think more impressive, but I can't choose who wins. So that is up to the fans. Next up here in Toronto is Northern Nightmare, another old truck we haven't seen here in a while. It's nice to see Northern Nightmare back again. Let's see what they can do. Going across the first obstacle slowly. Seems to trying to do what Lossman did, but just can't seem to figure out the way they did it. It's a nice stoppy sky wheelie. Crossed it, moonwalks it back. It's still holding the stoppy, lands on all fours. Goes up, gets huge sky wheelie onto the car stack. Ooh, bicycles. It's going to the other side of the track. Flips around to the 8-pack backflip. It gets a huge sky wheelie, lands it on a wheelie, and pops it back down onto the track. And going back across the car stack with a nice car crush. Going back across to the other side of the track. So right, tries to whip it right in between the big air jumps, but rolls it and manages to land it on all 4 BKTs again. Goes across the car stack, frost threads the pod and lands on his rear tailgate of the truck bed, and is still going on all 4 BKTs. So gets a stoppie, moonwalks it back onto the top of the pod, flipping it around to the pod again, going in between the pod and the race frame, gets a small bicycle, whipping it around again, going for the triple log stack, with a huge sky wheelie backflip type thing. Don't really know what to call that. It's managed to save, goes all back on all 4 BKTs, going to the other side of the track, and is going for the backflip. Gets a corkscrew backflip. Can he save it? Come on, can he save it? He cannot save it. That is going to be the end of Northern Nightmare's run today, unfortunately. Let's see. That was a pretty good run right up there until the end. Unfortunately, that just happens sometimes. Next up, though, we have a fan favorite. This is going to be a fantastic run. We have Ryan Anderson's Son of a Digger. It's going to be fantastic. Let's see what they got. Let's see. Looks like they're trying to repeat what Mosuma did. Can't seem to figure out precisely, but does get a stoppy moonwalk nose wheelie across it, goes across the car stack, tries to get a bicycle, they don't seem to do it, goes across, it's a huge sky wheel on the triple log stack, going back across, stoppy, moonwalks it, lands on his roof, but manages to save it somehow. bounces it, gets a wheelie out of it, and going for the big air jump, gets a huge air, lands on the sidewall, manages to flip it around and save it into a wheelie. Now is walking across the track, hits the big air jump. Can he save it again? He can. Going back across the big pod and slowly crawls up on it, bounces nicely, going down the 8-pack spot, and just kind of crab walking in that little spot. Now it's whipping around into a donut, getting a cyclone, spitting that dirt up all across the track to what you'd love to see. Going back across the track, it's a huge sky wheel on the small pod, bounces into a stoppy wheelie. It's whipping it around. It's like he's going for backflip. A lot of momentum, gets a corkscrew backflip, lands on perfectly on the rear BKTs and whips around back to a small pod. Just huge air in a sky wheelie. Bounces it onto the front 2 tires, gets a stoppy, and walks aggressively back a bit, so aggressive that later on the side and manages to save it. Kind of cross threads over the 8-pack, and that will be the end of his run today. Little lackluster from Son of a Digger today, but still an incredible run by Ryan Anderson. I should probably stop saying the names right now. Maybe I'll do that. Of course I have it. Next up is Megalodon, however, but like I said, Son of a Digger's run was still pretty good for most jam standards. Just a little lackluster from the side. Megalodon here trying to repeat what Motion Method, but none of the drivers can seem to figure out how exactly Motion Method should do it. And I also think Megalodon is stuck. He's off it now. Going across the big pod. Gets some nice air, lands perfectly across it. He's whipping it around. Going back to the small pod. Slows up. Gets a nice little small air. Just kind of riding the track. Not sure what he wants to do. Kind of cross threads over the bigger jump. With some huge air and a big sky wheelie across the pod. And tries to get a stoppy. Can't seem to do it. Whips it around. It's going back for the small pod again. And gets some nice air out of it. And looks like he is by the backup range, but it's not going for him. It's going back to the small pod. Gets some more huge air over it. Lands nice on the BKTs. Oh, truck hikes up over that corner. Can he save it? He does. I think. No, he's back on the side again. He's trying to save it, and he does manage to save it. That was a pretty incredible save. Guy's going back for the pod, kind of slowed up, flipping it around. He's going back down it. Gets a nice little wheelie out of it. It's a nice little slap wheelie. He's going for the triple log stack. A nice off to the side skyway. And back to the other side of the track. Has a lot of speed and momentum, going for the back foot, kind of corkscrews it a bit, but lands perfectly on awful BKTs. That was the most perfect back foot I think we've seen tonight. Jumps it across the car stack, over the triple log stack, gets a bad bounce, whips the truck all around, lands on awful BKTs again, cross threads the race lane jump, and that will be the end of his run today. And that is going to be the